Jules Pierre Mao here, sending this confidential type beam to you, Donna, Michael, Lauren, Sam, Scott, and John. Now, I understand that you are all about to start playing Abraxas Precipice, so I wanted to send you this message to congratulate you and to wish you all the best of luck. Now, I wish I could join you, but as you can see, I am stuck here in my cell in this secret UN penitentiary, one reserved for inmates such as myself, I suppose. But I will be there with you in spirit. So again, congratulations and all the best of luck to all of you. I know that you'll be enjoying the game. Mao out.
How the hell that was? There's like some sort of weird disruption on the stream. I was trying to get to work there, guys, but am I coming through now? Out there at home? All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to Abraxas Precipice, episode 4.
Woo.
I want to hear some words from you guys. Like, geez,
My last episode.
Great, it's a scary moment. We're scared.
I'm loving it.
Will I make it to episode 5?
Yeah, I mean, I called Vegas all day good, dude.
Yeah.
So, real quick, guys, say everybody, we have a community challenge running. So you can push the churn up and down, use the community points. I forgot to mention those, but there's little like channel points underneath the chat you can use to push the churn up and down and add kind of fun things in the chat and stuff like that too. We love it. The other thing I want to say too is we are having 2 giveaways tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and start those up right now. You can go ahead and let me go ahead and kick it off here. And there it goes. I believe the word of the night is type in capital letter or type in exclamation point escape, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. So to enter, type in escape, and you'll be entered to win one of 2. We're giving away 2 tonight. Game Master bundles from Green Ronin Publishing. This is everything you need to play. So it's the core book, Game Master's Guide, the Quick Start rules, and Abzu's Bounty, which is like the campaign book they have out. So please go ahead and enter it up, and we'll do those giveaways at the end of the session. And I'll send the winners the information after we're done with our stream. Last, and we forgot to do this in the last 2 episodes too, is we got to mention our Patreon. That is up and away. We've been having a lot of fun with that too. We have a few Patreons on there, and a few people have kind of gone to support us up, and then we go and put the command in the chat for that real quick here. There it is. You can go get bonus episodes. We just filmed our second one, which will debut here in July with our friend Wyatt down here. And you kind of learn how everyone got to Tycho Station. We also have the one with our friend Jackrabbit Sam over here. That one was dope too and went over really well, so you can go on there and join up at the different tiers, get the podcast ahead of time, get the bonus episodes, and then also get what we're gonna do now is our nice shout out to our big time spenders, our buddy Dan who's playing with us. Dan, thank you so much for the Patreon. Give him a quick Oi Beltalota, everybody.
Beltalota! That's the Dan!
You guys are getting too good at this too, man. My belters are getting much better at the belter than I ever will be, and that is dangerous for me. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty good, guys. Y'all ready to hit this thing?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
And last thing, before at the end of the show too, we have started setting up guests, and I'm going to announce our first guest at the end of the show. So we have a guest person. Who's super cool. We're very excited to have him on the show, but I'll announce that at the end of the stream, so please stay tuned. Haha. All right, here we go. So last we left off, the crew, we're just calling you guys the crew right now. You're not the crew of anything. Like, you're just the crew. You had found and entered 532 Herculina, finding some sort of like research lab on this place. You definitely upset the locals, we'll say. They got a little rowdy. You broke in, you managed to find actually both the scientists you were looking for, along with plenty of other scientists, even the belters some of the belters you've been looking for. It seems that the scientists, for the most part, except for Dr. Matteo Suri, don't really want to go, or they seem very occupied by their work. In addition, the Belchers have, well, they're on ice. They're frozen up in these kind of cases, these large kind of coffin-like cases. Looks like they're still alive. Looks like they're still holding on, but they're stable, but they're definitely not transportable easily. You got alerted security. They came in. You had a firefight with them. Onyx managed to kill 2 of them. I think you guys killed 3 of them, actually. Onyx, you killed 2 definitively with an explosive door. You also killed yourself as well. And eventually, while they were holding you off, they all just left. It's suspected that there's some sort of spike in energy in the core reactor of the station that's being activated. Either some sort of self-destruct, or it's unstable, or something's up. But right now, the scene is that you're in this research lab. You can see the different scientists. They're still researching for the most part. They didn't seem too disturbed by the combat. And you have Dr. Siri there who's kind of filling you in. Myrtle and Wyatt are kind of like watching the door a little bit. I know that Jackrabbit was looking at one of these cryogenic chambers, and Onyx is, I think, getting some medical attention from Myrtle. I think it was some sort of like pressure. You have been shot, and you are actually very injured. You're wounded and injured. So you have like a -3 on everything. You can't run. All you can do is like hobble. You have like half speed. All you can do is hobble. It's pretty rough. So, what do you want to do?
And I remember last time we had turned off, or we had talked about having them turn off the things, but it would take like hours, right, for the Belchers to come out of these ice things? Yeah,
to pull on, like Dr. Siri talks about, he's like, the cryogenic thing is, the cryogenics here are not subtle. These are not like something you can just pull someone out of. It's going to take a few hours to basically thaw them out at a reasonable pace that will ensure their survival. If you push it harder, the chances of them dying are very great. And he says without proper medical stuff, the chances of them surviving aren't great. Or they'll come out like hypoxic or something.
And then if I remember right from last time, sorry, just trying to ground myself, we had talked about like we could go back down through these tunnels back to our ship, or we could have Abby, who's there in the ship.
So the issue with the tunnels is that it is vacuum. They're not pressurized like the station is, and even the elevator was vacuum. The only vac suits you have are the ones you guys are wearing right now, and the one that
suit got a hole in it.
Has a hole in it. A rather sizable hole, which you can patch it up. It's not hard to patch it up. I assume you might try to patch it up, but like, you're gonna have to. The docks are your best way out of here.
Say we call Abby. I'm bleeding cuckoo over here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we gotta get these belters. We gotta get these belters out. And so you would see Jackrabbit, like, who's always a little bit like, I don't give a pashang about anything. Who's like kind of there, but she's like, this is my friend Titan. We gotta get him out. We gotta get him out. You make it go faster. You make it go faster to the scientist type of guy. And John, are there like blaring lights that are like, I mean, you know?
Yeah. So what's going on in the room is all the scientists are kind of all like still working on their consoles, and you're kind of looking around, and all of a sudden like the consoles start blinking out, like they start one by one just like turning off, and you can see when this happens, the scientists, like various ones, start getting like violent with the machinery, like pushing it, like trying to get it to work, like they're shaking it. It looks like they're getting very upset that this is not going their way. Even Anna, though, it stops working, and Anna kind of like looks at it and kind of looks around, and is like, kind of. So she seems like she kind of knows what's going on. She's more conscientious than a lot of these other people are.
In that room that was across from us, where they went into, is that where we potentially think they started the countdown from?
I mean, that's your best guess.
Anybody want to go in there with me and see if there's anything we can do to slow it down, stop it?
I ain't going anywhere, Comang.
Yeah, Alex, you can barely stand.
I gotta get Titan out. Wyatt, you go check it out.
Let's go check it out. I'll watch your back.
Alex, I'm gonna say your gunshot wounds in your leg.
Oh, okay.
Like lower
I
leg,
gotta
like
fix.
below your knee.
I gotta fix the suit.
Yeah.
We work on the suit, Onyx, and when we get back, I'll carry you to the ship.
Okay, but who's calling Abby?
Yeah, I can I imagine that like we all can call Abby, right?
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
you guys,
cool.
I'll go ahead and call Abby as we start moving,
Yeah.
because you guys are like near death and trying to save your friend.
Right.
So while we're doing that, while Wyatt and I go
All right,
over
so
to the other room and see what we can find.
You pull up your little comm thing and you get a hold of Abby and she's like, "What's going on up there? There's seems to be kind of there seems to be a ruckus or something going on down there."
Oh, there's a hell of a ruckus down here. This whole place is gonna blow. Can you get us back to the main the main zone so we can land? We've got Onyx is injured and we need to get him up here. We've got a couple of people and we can't go in the way that we came out.
Okay,
So
she's like, so you want me to dock the the hazard? Okay. So she's like okay. She's like, all right, I'll do my best shot. And you can see her you can hear her powering up stuff like that. And she's trying to click on the ship. She's like, give me a few minutes. Yeah. So she's powering. She puts on you can hear her turn the reactor on and all that stuff there. She's not quite as adept at it as Jackrabbit is, but she's certainly trying her best, which is what counts. Okay, so
Tell her not to fuck up my ship, Myrtle. Tell her that too, as she's banging on this
And by the way,
cryo chamber.
Yeah.
Please don't fuck up the ship.
Okay.
That's from Jackrabbit.
So, Wyatt and Myrtle, with your military training and your knowledge of tactics like that too, you guys enter the room. The room's the door is unlocked. Actually, it's sealed, but it's unlocked. It looks like they didn't really care whatever the hell they left in there. And it's just across the hallway. It's not directly across the way, but where the door slammed in. Oh, and Wyatt, did you want to pick up that rifle?
Yeah, I pick it up.
Okay, so you pick it. So you have a rifle now. You pick up one of
And I'm
these
gonna
rifle.
slide. Before we go out, I'll hand Jackrabbit my pistol so she doesn't have to use just a taser, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it the two rifles? No.
There. It looks like there's other rifles there where the door slammed into the two guys. You're not sure if they're in working shape, but I'm not sure if you want to take time to take a look or not.
You have one.
You head across the hallway into the it's kind of a storage lab, kind of a storage room. You can see that there's a numerous crates and mechanical things, extra parts. You even see some of those little pods that you saw in the other room, but they're empty. So there's a lot. It's not packed to the gills or anything like that. It's actually all things considered, it's not nearly as stocked as the ship you guys brought here. That thing was packed with goods and stuff like that. This place seems like they were waiting for their next shipment of stuff to come in properly. They're not going to starve like this week or something like that, but it's not keen. But when you come into the door to the right as well.
Okay. Do I see anything that is blinking hey, click me?
The door is labeled reactor. It's not blinking, but you're seeing the lights in the building, these emergency lights are coming on. There's not an alarm blaring, but the main lights are kind of toning down to a more yellowish red light situation. But you can see the reactor, what looks to be the reactor room, and you're guessing this is where the guys were in here doing something.
Do I see a control panel or anything around that I can look at and see if they just turned it off, or?
You can go up and take a look at try to look at a status of the reactor, because you're basically outside the reactor room that has the control panels. You're in a room, and they have there's safety mechanisms. So before you enter it, in case there's a radiation leak or whatever it is, go up and give me intelligence technology check to see if you can
9.
So you go up to it and you start messing with it, and it's basically telling you that the reactor's set on self-destruct. It's set to melt down here essentially, and that it's telling you evacuate all personnel. Fails, and it says it's the failsafe will expire in a minute 30 seconds.
I'll look back to Myrtle and be like, we need to get everybody out of here as fast as we possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get everybody out of here, but at least grab the 2 doctors. And I don't know what we're gonna do about Jackrabbit's friend too. If they can't get it, they can't get him out of there soon.
If I look around that room, is there like a dolly or something I could hitch that thing up on and start pushing it?
Does it have wheels?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a pallet jack type situation. I mean, they have one in there, and there's like a jack situation for it too. So you could probably try to bring it out.
Yeah,
Put that on there, and then we can put Onyx on top of that.
Yeah,
No problem.
better than nothing. I say we take this and go back to the other room.
Yep.
Jackrabbit and Onyx, while you guys are kind of standing there, you're waiting for the rest of the crew. You notice that a lot of the scientists start banging on the machines and stuff like that too. Anna is kind of like looking around, a little squirrely. Dr. Siri is kind of like, he's attending to Onyx, and he's also like telling Jackrabbit about kind of like, it takes like going through the procedure and what would it take to bring this guy out. It's like a series of de-thawing, but then also drug series. Like, it's not easy to pull off. It's not something that any of you guys could do by yourselves. Certainly not an auto doc could handle it. But as he is, you notice like one of the scientists starts ripping like the screen off the wall and shit, and like starts slamming the freaking computer, and like starts getting violent with the gear.
I think these Koyos are losing their minds, Sasuke. And Jackrabbit would be like, just like do whatever she could. Like, I think the we gotta get the hell out of Dodge feeling would be in there. I'd already be like looking at the mechanisms, like just trying to like remove the pod at least. I think her brain is like thinking like, even if I cast this dude in space, that's better than
you have to stabilize the flow before you start disconnecting. He goes and he starts like he goes like to intercede. Do you let him intercede or?
Yeah, totally.
Right.
Hurry.
He goes and starts like kind of messing with it, and like he isolates the pod. He says, he can last, and he's all there's enough of the gas and the concoction to he can stay in this for about a month isolated before we have to repower it up.
Well, yeah, do that.
He's like,
Onyx,
it's
how
just a
you
matter
neck?
of moving the thing. He's all there's like a jack in the other room. We could work with it. And
Yeah,
then
she would
as
be
you're doing this, you see
affirmations on
Merle
that.
and Wyatt come back with the pallet jack.
Yeah, and I would also be yelling at Onyx like, "You patch up your chute. You patch that up, man."
Yeah, so you patch it up. So you guys are kind of doing all this. Myrtle, you get a ring from Abby.
Yep.
You would pick it up.
Yep.
She's like, "Hey, another ship just left the station."
Let them go. Just track whatever you can if you can track them.
She's like,
but this is a priority.
The sensors on this boat are garbage. She's like, well, whatever, I'll figure it out. And like she's all right. So she's letting you know that like someone bailed.
Right.
So pretty good chance you may not encounter any more guards. That's helpful. But you go ahead and you bring in the jack and like you jack the thing up a little bit, and he's like, yeah, that'll move it pretty well. It kind of comes up like an ice. It's kind of isolated on these wheels / kind of airflow thing, almost like a hovercraft type situation. And it's actually pretty easy to pull around. He's like, yeah, you can pull us around pretty easy and get through the doors, no problem. And then
I'll look at Onyx
as you guys are doing this, one of the scientists who's like breaking the gear and has like broken some of the gear, kind of looks back at you guys and sees you and is all like, "The hell are you?" Like they freak out, like they're gonna like rush you guys, or probably rush Jackrabbit and Dr. Siri.
Yeah.
I'll pull my rifle, and if they go anywhere near them, I'm gonna shoot them.
They're going very near them.
I think it's a whole all-out pull-out. I got a pistol now. Better watch out. No more taser. No more taser now.
If any of them get within like a foot, I'm just gonna shoot them.
Yeah, that'd be too late. Okay, so go ahead and roll initiative real quick for me.
Oh boy.
I don't think any of you beat him.
10 plus
12.
6,
15.
12.
Okay, yeah,
13.
he rolled a 17 natural plus his bonus, so he did pretty well. He got a 19. So as he sees this, he goes up and rushes Dr. Siri, and he has like a keyboard type situation, like part of the console, and he goes and tries to smash Dr. Siri in the head with it. Takes a swing at him. Oh shit! They're actually connected. He swings at Dr. Siri, deals 3 damage. Dr. Siri like takes the. Jeez! And it's not like a very good weapon. Like the keyboard breaks when it hits him, but it still hits him. Who had the next highest? Who had like a 15? Okay,
Here.
what do you want to do, Jackrabbit? This is like right next to you.
Right next to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still learning the mechanics. Pulling the pistol out is a minor, and then can I shoot it?
Yeah, you can pop him right there.
Yeah, I think that's how she is. And there's been so much like shooting that's been happening. It's just the natural instinct now. Doubles on the floor, so I got 11 plus 4, 15.
That'll hit him, no problem.
And then double 6s on the damage.
Do you want to spend some stun points to do more damage?
I want to spend stun points to like have an adrenaline rush and get some fortune back.
Okay. If you spend 2 points, also you can do an extra d6 of damage.
Oh, okay,
really
yeah.
Dude.
We'll do that. I'll do two fortune and two. So roll another d6.
Yeah. So give me a damage total.
One more.
One more. So what was the total on it? It was.
It was 13 damage.
Plus your perception.
Oh, plus 2, 15 damage.
All right. So like this guy comes up and swings at Dr. Siri. Dr. Siri kind of takes the brunt in his shoulder. It's like the guy swinging with a keyboard. It's not like a very good weapon. And the keyboard breaks. You pull your gun immediately and put it to the side of this guy's head, and you blast his brains out all along the side of the wall.
And I said, we don't have time for that. These scientists, they're crazy. Let's go.
And you and Dr. Siri are covered in this guy's like blood. Like it's pretty gruesome.
What's wrong with them?
And like the other doctors kind of look around and they're like, whew, and they see you kind of moving the thing like they're gonna start doing shit. So Dr. Siri's like, oh, he's like, they're very attached to their work. Let's get the hell out of here. And he like starts to bolt.
Yeah. And I'm just yelling at them. Go back to work. It's no problem. It's no problem. They're crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah.
We gotta grab Dr. Anna. Too.
And you see Anna's like, she's like, oh, what are they doing? She's like kind of backing out of the room, and she kind of goes back and like looks like you kind of see her walking towards the reactor room. Yeah. Okay. Who else had a high initiative?
I had 12.
12. What do you want to do, man?
13.
No one else is like moving to attack us right now?
No, they're like grabbing stuff like to like go and like try to like break it over your heads.
All right. So I got a 13. So
we can do roll.
Yeah, I tied with Wyatt.
So I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna grab the doctors and pull them away from these dudes. I was just like, you guys need to stay over here so we can get out of here.
Left the room, and then Dr. Siri's like on the other side of the room with Jackrabbit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so the other there's now I think there's another 3 scientists in the room that are and there's the ones that are still plugged into the machine in the middle, and they're like out of it, like they're not even paying attention to shit. But the other 3 are like grabbing stuff and like looks like they're gonna go for Jackrabbit and Dr. Siri.
Okay, well then I'll go ahead and just shoot one of them.
Okay.
It's going for Jackrabbit.
Okay, go for it. Give me an attack roll.
3. 14.
That hits, no problem.
Right. 8.
8. And this is the taser?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, your taser connects on him. It zaps him up, and it seems to like kind of stall him a little bit, but it doesn't put him down. It's definitely starting to do the trick, though. Let's go to Wyatt.
I'll shoot one of the other guys.
All right, go for it.
With the rifle. Yep. 15.
15. Okay, yeah, you hit him, no problem. Give me the damage on that.
$12.
Well, oh yeah, man. Like you pop a shot through through one of their chests, and like she just goes down, like boom, boom, just slumps over dead. All right, Onyx, you're going last because you have like a -3 on all your rolls right now. I'm pretty sure. So what's happening?
Am I with the cryogenic? Am I with that dolly? Can I just move and push that? Okay, I'm just gonna be screaming, "Go, Melota, go!"
Okay, so you're trying to push it as best you can. You're very slow at pushing it, but you're putting your weight on it mostly. It's more like you're just leaning on it, and it goes.
I'm just trying to get out.
Yeah, you're trying to get it out. You're trying to get it around everybody, and you have actually give me a might check. So strength might with your -3 and all that stuff.
So strength -3. Okay, so I got 2 2s. I got 8, 9, -3, 6.
Okay, so you're trying to push it, and like the hover thing comes up to one of the bodies, and like you can't get it over the body that's slumped over. You're gonna need a little bit of help.
I need some help over here.
All right. Goes back around. One of the scientists, one of the last ones standing, or there's 2 of them still standing. The one charge of Myrtle that shocked him. Wow, he whipped hard. He like goes to like smash a keyboard. You duck and it just smashes in the wall. The other one rushes at Dr. Siri, and he misses also. Big whiff. These guys are not adept fighters, so they don't do too well. There's like flailing stuff at like whatever they can grab onto. It's just like gear on top of their desks. Keyboard is the best way to describe it. Panels. All right, let's go back to, I think it was Jackrabbit had the high initiative.
Yeah, is it like, can I use all of my stuff to like get this thing going and push it? Like, cause she's just yelling like,
we
gotta get out. They all go
crazy. Give me a
crazy
strength might check. And you get an extra +1 for, I guess, Onyx helping you.
I'm leaning on it.
That's a 15 with no modifiers.
Yeah, you had no problem.
It's all adrenaline now. It's all like adrenaline.
Yeah. You go up,
I don't know why this is happening, but
you get the dolly over the body. You can see the body kind of crushed, like it shoots out some blood and everything. That's pretty gruesome. But
Onyx, you hop on, you hang on, we get you out too.
I ride it like a shopping cart.
All right, you get into your shopping cart and you kind of you kind of ride on it a little bit, get on the side of it a little bit. Dr. Siri comes along with Jackrabbit. He's like, oh, jeez. And, all right, we'll go to Myrtle. Donna, you're... all right, let's go to...
I think you're on mute, Donna.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
It's your turn.
All right, so is anybody still attacking at this moment, or...
There's one, there's the one that, like, that you taser that's, like, he's still up and trying to attack you.
Okay.
And then there's another one that's chasing after Dr. Siri.
All right, I'll go ahead and shoot the one that we're in a fight. So I'm going to shoot him with my stun gun again.
With the stun gun.
Yep. 6, 11, 15.
Yeah, not a problem to hit. Yeah.
All right. 9.
9. Okay, yeah. You go up and they like slump over unconscious, like they're still alive and breathing. You can see them breathing, but they're like shaking and shit. You definitely like give him a. He's gonna wake up with a headache.
All right. Can I move towards Dr. Siri?
Yeah, you go up and you get with the cryo container. Yeah.
Yep.
No problem. Goes to Wyatt.
And there's one other doctor that ran off, said?
Yeah, the Dr. Anna, the other one you're supposed to rescue, she ran off. And then there's one more scientist chasing after Dr. Siri.
Well, I'll shoot the one that's chasing Dr. Siri.
Right, go over, give you a shot. Got a big rifle. Bah, bah.
14.
That hits, no problem, yeah.
Double 6s and then 1 on the drama die.
Okay.
13 damage.
13 damage, okay.
13 plus 1, 14 damage.
Okay, 14 damage. Yeah, you hit this guy, and I mean, he's done. Like, you pop him in the upper chest, and he just slumps over back. Dr. Siri is kind of like, oh my god, he's like shocked it came to this. And he's like, where the hell Anna go? The other 2 scientists that were in the lab, like with like all the specimens, they seem to just be still doing stuff. They don't really seem to care what's going on out here at all. But you guys come on out with the cargo, if you will, the cryo container, and Titan. We'll call it Titan. As you come out of the hallway, you can see that the hallway goes to the left, farther down, and you can see the red lights are kind of glowing. It looks like it goes for a ways out this way towards the docks, is what you're pretty sure. It's the only other way to go anyway, so there's that. What do you guys want to do?
Do we see Dr. Anna anywhere?
You don't see her. when you get out here.
Go Melota, go Melota. Just keep yelling.
Jackrabbit is just.
We'll
let's just go.
Yeah, Abby.
One's better than none.
Yeah, and you guys, there's now like the lights changed from like an orange color to like a red color. You're pretty sure that the failsafe, it's gone past the failsafe point.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no.
That's not good. That mall. Let's go. Let's go.
So you guys start rushing down the hallway. The hallway keeps on going straight. And you can see that on the left and right there is there's like some doors, but there's also like just like a bigger set of doors forward.
Most of the bigger doors.
And that's where you saw the guards running to earlier. You guys go through that. You guys come up through it. It's a set of like secure doors to like make sure it all. You come into a room that looks like a kind of a galley / like a recreational room. There's like some chairs and table in the middle of the room. It looks like whatever they were doing looks like they were playing poker or something like that. They just like left it and just ran. But you can see on the other side of the room is a set of doors. There's a set of doors on the other side of the room and a set of doors on the left and right. All of the doors are equal size. The doors on the left and right are labeled Barracks 1, Barracks 2.
Avoid it. We'll just keep going to the other door.
Okay, so you guys keep on going. The other door leads into the cargo bay.
Was there money on that table as I ran by? Just
you managed to
grab it and be like, "This for you too, Titan. Don't worry, this for you too."
You managed to like grab a few little like chips here and there. I'll give you get a +1 on your next income check.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you grab someone's chips.
And then onward.
Wyatt and Myrtle got point on this while we have Onyx, Dr. Siri, and Onyx Jackrabbit and Dr. Siri are all pushing this thing. You didn't see Anna on your way out at all. You're just gonna say, don't worry about her?
I'm not worried about it.
You got her chance, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We couldn't convince her.
Couldn't convince her. So you guys come out and the doors open up into the cargo bay that you saw earlier, Wyatt, last session. And you can see off to the left there's like a dock too. There's the dock you guys came through as well, or the docks you guys tried to get in. It looks like the docks have like someone's docked there. And you see the doors open up and there's Abby and she's like, what the hell's going on? Like, what went so bad? How did it go so bad?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna run straight to it.
All right, so you guys start moving everything, and she like looks in the container, and she's like, "Who the hell is that?" And then like she goes, "Where the hell's Anna?"
Don't worry about it, Abby. Don't worry about it. We gotta go. This whole place explode.
Yeah, help us with this. Let Jackrabbit get over there and do her magic.
Okay. Yeah. Abby's like, no, we gotta get Anna. Like.
She's gone. She's gone, man.
We don't know where she went.
Is it possible for
gone?
You guys pick up that Anna is somehow important to Abby, like personally.
Oh.
I'll look at Abby and be like, "Can you shut this reactor down?"
She's like, "It looks like it's past the failsafe point. There's no way to shut it down."
Oh, it's definitely past the failsafe.
How much time we got?
She's like, "I don't know, probably another 2-3 minutes."
All right, I'll just like, you guys get ready, and then I'll go back and look for her.
She's like, she takes a second and she's like, she's realizing that there's really no chance. Like it'd be too late. Jackrabbit, you go into the ship and like they put the cargo container in there and they kind of lock, like Onyx kind of locks it down the best he can. Myrtle helps lock it down. Abby's like, she kind of looks back and she's like, what happened? And she like gets back on the ship. Seems to kind of accept that Anna's not here or Anna's gonna die or whatever it is. Doesn't seem too happy about it. But you guys, Jackrabbit, you get the ship locked up and everything, start declamping. What do you want to do?
Let's get everybody in their seats.
Yeah, getting on up into the thing, just yelling, strap in.
You guys grab whatever seats available, like even the cargo bay. You're not trying to like go up into the command deck or something like that. Jackrabbit, you come up, you start pulling some like not hard G stuff, but you're trying to get out of the docks as quick as you can as the clamps come off. And as you do, you start pulling away. You can see that the like the sensors are showing like a massive like energy spike coming from the asteroid. and you see behind you like it is like the asteroid's like it's not going to detonate the asteroid. It's not going to blow the asteroid up. It's too big. But it's instead you kind of see where the docks are. Like they just blow out, and you can see like there's like where those little vents were on the top of it. They start blowing out too. Normally, if this was like an explosion, like if you were a torpedo or something like that, there'd be a lot of debris. There's not a lot of debris on here because like the heat is just melting everything. So,
Punch it.
Like it looks like whatever was in there scorched and just gone.
Yeah, it's just the punch. It's the punching it. It's just the getting out. And she'll just turn back and say, "Wyatt, Big Pampa, I'm glad you did not go look for Anna. Sorry, Abby."
Who's gun, Abby? Who's gun?
I'll tell Jackrabbit good shooting too.
What's that?
I'll tell Jackrabbit she shot well.
So you guys, once the ship stabilizes in like linear acceleration, you guys can unstrap it, stuff like that too. Dr. Siri kind of says like, "Where are we going?"
I'd like to know where that other ship went. Can we see it at all on our radar scanners?
Abby pulls up the stuff and she's like, "The sensors on the ship are garbage. Like it's not a military ship. I can't track that thing, or there's no way like track and drive signature off this thing. I don't know where the hell it went, but they're gone."
Where do you think? I would call back to the doctor guy.
Yeah, no, you gotta go
where do you
hang
think
out.
they
Like, the ship's
going?
on
Where
autopilot.
did they come? Who are those people you working for anyway?
He's
That might
like
tell us
working
where to
for
go.
He's like, he's like, one day I was coming off the Naboo and they just grabbed me.
Oh, shit.
Is there an equivalent of any kind of insight check? Like, does this?
It could be
like
empathy, like an empathy check, or intuition or perception.
Do you have any uniforms, any insignia? Who these people are?
Like, what are you trying to get off of them, Jackrabbit?
I really do want to know if, like, she doesn't trust this coyote. It's he says this, but he was there with all these scientists that had all the belters hooked up to the machine. So he's like calling, like in her head, she's like, this bullshit right now. This cockafalota, whatever he's saying.
Yeah.
And I just rolled 11, 12, 13, 15 in terms of whatever that
He
type
doesn't
of
seem
insight.
like he doesn't seem as, we'll say, disturbed as the other scientists were. Like, he seems calm and he actually seems very relieved. And he's having a few. He's out. You guys let him eat the food. There's plenty of food on the ship. Like, he's drinking water, and he's just he's just kind of like, he's kind of shocked. He's like, well, let me know where we're going. Like, are you guys
excited?
What's up?
We're going back to. We're going back to.
It's on your jacket.
Tycho. That's why I was reading it. I'm like, what was it again? Tycho.
You were the kid that had your name written on your mittens. All right.
We're taking you back to Tycho Station.
Yeah. He's like, oh my god. He's like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna see my family again. Oh my god. He's like, he seems actually really relieved at that. He's like, who sent you?
It's payday for us.
Okay,
Apostle
who sent
Birch.
you? Who's the payday for?
Apostle Birch sent us.
Apostle Birch.
Fred Johnson.
Say, a bold move on the Mormons' part.
And he's also, and Jackrabbit will say, and Fred Johnson, you got attention of lots of people there, man. You tell us what's up with them scientists, why they act so crazy.
Look, we were, I got kidnapped, brought here, told that I'd be spaced or work on a project, and I was like, okay, and what they're working on was pretty advanced stuff, much more advanced than what even the Naboo's trying to pull off. But
was this related to what you were doing, over on Luna? All that work that you were doing when we met and worked together?
Yeah, Myrtle. Oh, jeez. He's like, sorry, I didn't even get a chance to say hi. I'm so sorry. He's like, I'm still kind of in shock. A little bit. They were looking for. It was a big cryogenic projects, like looking to like long-term cryogenics. Your buddy Titan there, he's in one of our alpha pods. Theoretically, if that thing stayed hooked up, we could keep him on ice for, years, without any damage to the tissue or the brain functions. But we're gonna have to thaw him out within the week or so, like that, to make sure he's okay.
That doesn't sound like what the Mormons, because the Mormons, Yeah, the Mormons are doing a living ship, it's generations ship. So I wouldn't think that they would be looking for cryo.
No, he's like, my expertise is in more neurophysiology and health, and making sure that life support systems will not damage, the cortex and the like. So real quick. Yeah. So the biochemistry of the brain, stuff like that too, and that's what I was working on here, was to make sure the biochemistry, goes in one way and comes out the same way. But so the principles are the same; it's just a different environment. Does that make sense?
What I don't understand is why.
Yes, Merle, does that make sense to you? No. Okay, Donna's off. All right. Sorry. Yeah. What were you asking, Wyatt?
I want to know why there was so much security. If it's just cryogenics, that doesn't seem like something you would need this much security for.
Well, he's like, I think he kind of looks over the pod, he's like, I think as you can see, they weren't exactly finding volunteers for this kind of work.
Yeah, testing it on Beltas. Man.
They always test these things on Beltas.
That's totally not cool.
She just looks at Myrtle. This is what I talk about, Myrtle. When you Belta, this is why you can't focus on things like fuzzy slippers.
We should throw the doctor in the cryogenic. I laugh as I make that joke.
Yeah, he's like, lucky for me, once that guy comes out, no one else is going back in. I think we blew up all the chemicals we need to do this. I don't think they don't have that kind of stuff on Tycho.
So would you record us a statement of everything that you saw, so we have this just in case we need it? Because if we get back to Tycho and then you disappear again, I want to be able to have something for you. And so it would be great if we could have any kind of records, any kind of statement you have, for us to have a copy of that, just to protect you, your family, and ourselves.
Okay. He's like, well, I can tell you kind of what we were working on. As far as who any of those guys were, there was no names. All the data was brought on and off by a ship. But from my understanding, there was no communications on that. We tried. Don't get me wrong. Me and Anna tried. When I saw her there, I thought maybe it was going to be okay, but she had undergone the magnetic transcranial hyperstimulation, and after that, it got pretty lonely the last few weeks.
Will you just speak regular talk instead of this hyper cryo whatever? What you talking about, man? What they do?
So her and most of the scientists there voluntarily underwent magnetic transcranial hyperstimulation. Essentially, they took a magnet to their head and had modified parts of their behavior. This would enable them to be more focused on their work and not worry about the ethics of the situation, namely the well-being of your friend.
It's the problem with you inners. It's all work. Gotta get to whatever you gotta get to. Don't matter who you step on, right?
Always the Beltas they step on.
He's like, hey, look. He's like, he gets a little defensive. He's like, look, I didn't undergo it because I was really worried about these people. They already had them on ice by the time I got here. And they kind of knew I was the one that could make sure they came out the way they went in. I think that's why they grabbed me. I was like, look, I got your friend's interest in here. I'll do my best to get him out of that thing.
How long does it take to get him out?
The process takes a few hours if I had all the proper gear. But with this, it might take me a day or two. We get back there, I'm pretty sure Apostle Birch will give me the resources to get him out. It wouldn't go over too well if this guy dies on his watch. But yeah, as far as the employers, I couldn't tell you who it was. They kept that place. They cut us off from everything. If I wasn't in the lab, I was in my barracks with these people, and they didn't even know where they were. They didn't really care, for the most part.
Are there any markings on the chamber?
What's that?
Are there any markings or anything like that on?
Go ahead and I'll let you do your search check. Do your perception searching.
15.
You go over and look at the chamber, and there's some markings for common pieces like tubing and crap like that, but a lot of it's pretty custom. It looks like they were possibly having them like 3D printed off site and then brought the pieces there to assemble. So it's like all cut. For the most part, it's custom. I mean, there's some parts in there that are stock, but like they're, it's the same tubing you use in a spaceship. I mean, it's just whoever sells it, you can get off the shelf anywhere.
I'm going to take pictures of the whole thing and save them on my hand terminal.
Yeah, you go and you put on your data pad. Okay. Yeah, and you guys can record him talking, and he talks about like he goes through the procedures of what they were doing exactly. Largely, it was, he was like, he basically says like I got there before like when I got there, the worst stuff they were doing was already over.
What the worst stuff?
There was the room you saw on the side. That was the autopsy room, we'll say. From my understanding, there was at least like half a dozen belters they had frozen and then thawed out unsuccessfully or has some substantial neurological trauma. That's why they brought me in to hopefully to abate that and figure out how to solve that problem.
And were these crews? Were they all Dusters, Earthers, and Martians?
I mean, the scientists on there largely a lot of Earther, Martian, a few Belter mix. I mean, they looked like they were getting whoever they could that was good. I recognized a few of them, didn't know their names though, but like without being able to pull facial recognition on any of them, it was no good.
Did you ever talk to the boss man?
Boss bang?
Yeah, whoever was in charge of this place.
Yeah,
there
the
was
boss
a woman
lady
around there in a suit once in a while. Spot out of the corner of my eye, but they were just largely, most of the directions came via just messages, just direct text, no signature, nothing.
And
I know you're talking
woman,
about. I saw them once when I was there briefly.
Was she an Urta? What was she? What kind of
Martian? I think maybe. I'm guessing. I didn't get a good look at her.
Wonder if if she was here and then took that other ship.
More than likely, if they were done, they were done. They probably grabbed all the data they had and left. So, because the data cores weren't stored in that room; they were stored in the security office, from my grasp. That place was under lock and key, and there was always 3 armed guards in there at any time of the day. So. And
I'd also ask Abby, like, did you get a look at that ship? Did you get a sense of who they were?
It looked like the ship didn't have a transponder that was active. It was essentially just sitting in the bay off. It was turned off completely, like nothing was on it. And when it left, there was no transponder coming off of it. She pulls like some of the trajectory information off of like the sensors and stuff like that, and it looks like it could go anywhere honestly in the belt. Like it's hard to tell, but this place you have to kind of navigate a little bit, and the sensors on the ship are not good. It's not a combat ship. It's not going to give you it doesn't have a lot of expert systems and stuff like that, to track. The torpedo tube is pretty advanced. It's like the most advanced piece of gear on the ship. Yeah, it was another small freighter. She said she's pretty sure it was identical to this ship in terms of the make and model, but maybe some different modifications.
Makes sense. They were taking this ship over to to this asteroid.
Yeah.
They have the exact same ship, so they probably got a couple of these clean ships transporting people back and forth, but
yeah, Sirius whole Dr. Sirius is like he's like my wife's gotta be worried sick about me. I hope she's still on Tycho.
Well, if you folks don't mind, I'll take him back to my cabin so he can make a call and hook up with his family.
Yeah, even Myrtle, he's like I'm glad to see a familiar face, Myrtle. It's been good. He's like I'm sorry. I was like it's been a rush. Man.
I imagine you don't hear a lot of these kind of things. I mean, there's always kidnappings, right? There's always crime, but this is different.
No,
so
he's like that's the thing. Like the UNN tried this like decades ago, and it didn't take. Like it wasn't worth it. The amount of time the amount of resources you have to put into freezing someone, and then to thaw them out, it's too much time. Like you're gonna have by the time you thaw your troops out going to Jupiter, they're already you're already there. What was the point? He's like, the only reason I could think to do this if you want to go beyond your Uranus or something, but even farther than that, like you're trying to leave the system.
I mean, that's possible. Is that maybe whoever's behind this knows something we don't about what's beyond our own system.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it would be nice if you want to. You can go to my cabin. Let me show you.
Yeah.
And then you can have some private time to talk to the family while we sort everything out.
He goes up to the wall console and he there's kind of a wall console that's been opened up by you guys, and he starts recording a message to his wife. You know, and he knows you guys will be there within the week. If you guys tell him how long, he's not even sure where you guys are either. Like, he's not sure how long he was in. He said he thinks he was on the ship and he's like, yeah, there was this ship that they brought me here on. I recognize all this stuff. Like, so he's like, it makes sense. Like, he's like, who had this ship back on Tycho?
Well, that's a good question, but it's ours now.
I was like,
Yes.
all right, it's better than who owned it. Better people than the last people that owned it.
Yeah, I agree.
All
Now
right.
we go back to Tycho and we get Melota, we get paid. That's all Onyx is excited about.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
I need to
excited about
heal up
getting
to a little
paid
bit,
and
Onyx.
helping out a friend. I can
Yeah.
do both.
This is true.
Yes,
They're not exclusive.
Yeah.
So you kind of you ask him to record something. He goes there and talks about the research. He goes into pretty detail about it. He'll leave a recording for you guys, no problem. Whatever you guys want to do with that. A lot of it's pretty theoretical. Quite a bit of it goes over your guys' heads. None of you guys are really biologists, so it's pretty advanced stuff. The ship's flies fine. There was some, like, Abby didn't have the most great. She did put some scratches on it. She probably wasn't the most graceful pilot, but she managed to get it where you guys need to. You guys get an interlude. I'm assuming Onyx wants to heal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
During the week, you guys get all your fortune back, and you get your Onyx. You get fully healed. You don't really have time though, Onyx, to do anything. Like, you can't like mess with anything or whatnot. But you do manage. You guys do manage to like train. If you guys are gonna check on stuff, work on some stuff, talk to Dr. Siri. That's like a whole day and a half. Like, talking to him about the situation. He goes into as much detail as he can. Do you guys have any more questions for him before you get back to the station?
I think I would want to like say, I don't know if there's ways that you can look at pictures of people in different places from this far, like just this like fixation on who this woman, who this lady, give us description, and maybe Onyx, when he feel better, he can draw it, just that's kind of that she would feel pretty vindictive and suspicious about him.
Okay, so he takes a second. He kind of describes her. She's not, you wouldn't say muscular, but she's good shape. Her hair was always kind of up in a bun. She had always kind of wore like a corporate like dress type situation, but like was very efficient. The security guards seemed to like do her beck and call. But as far as physical description of her, he didn't really get it. He never got within he got close as maybe like 20 meters away from her. He never got very close to her.
No tattoos, no markings.
Nothing I can see.
Okay. Not a belter.
She older, younger, what?
That's a hard thing. He's like, I'd say maybe like mid 50s, but it's hard to tell.
So old lady with the bun, bunhead
Old
lady. I call
lady
it
with
bun lady.
Well, with all the drugs, with all like the youth drugs stuff like that too. You remember too, Earth was a Martian, lived to be 120, so like 50 ain't shit.
Yeah, but
Right.
no, 50 over belted. That old lady. Anyone over
And
30
Onyx
is old lady.
holds up the stick figure and goes like this.
Oh yeah, that look good, Onyx. That look good.
Yeah, so she he kind of gives a vague description, and there's not much to it. He couldn't even notice any mannerisms, just that she was in charge. That was the thing. She definitely was definitively in charge. Whether or not she was like the owner or something like that, that'd be speculation at this point. Anything else you guys want to ask him about?
I want to give him my contact information if he ever sees her.
Okay.
That he can contact us.
Yeah, no problem.
Me directly. So going through.
He doesn't have a data pad with him, but he'll get one back when he gets back to Tycho, no problem. So he can set that all up. He's grateful. I mean, he's very grateful. He's very happy he's going to see his family again and such. He thought he was kind of like he really didn't know what was going to happen to his family there. He kind of talked about how he assumed the Mormons would take care of him if he'd been kidnapped. Mm-hmm. But do you guys tell him kind of what like about his wife's troubles, Fiona? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, geez, he's like, yeah. And he's like, no, he's like, I'll say this about the Mormons. They want the Nauvoo completed.
Oh, I will bug him about getting me maybe work on the Naboo, painting murals, painting pictures, anything.
He's like, if you wanted to come on and help me adjust chemical balances to prevent neurological decay in atmospheric conditions, I'd be happy to have you, but
I don't know what that is, but okay. I was like,
yeah, me too. Okay, I do that too. I help.
Yeah. Man, you guys are pushing the churn right now. Look at all this. All my players want the churn. Anyone else is welcome to spend the quaffs to push it harder.
Pushing our own churn.
27 now.
Oh.
We're all just want to know. We just want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, later
we want to survive.
We won't want to know, but
yeah, we want to survive the churn, see what happens. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So maybe somebody else uses their channel points, their quaff points. See where we go.
Yeah. Who's got 27?
Yeah, it's for those who don't know, if you go in the chat, it's a thing right below the chat bar. It's a little it looks like some castles, but it's actually drawn by our friend here, Michael. It's like a series of potions, it says quaffs. So you can go and redeem those.
And the other thing is maybe they don't know about the churn, but it's on 10, 20, and 30. It causes some crazy shit to happen to the players. So we're all like sadists or masochists or whatever it is right now, like ourselves. Bit both.
A little bit of both. All right, so the ship continues on. Do you guys want to do any research? Abby seems to be in communication. Like you guys have noticed, Abby's in active communication with somebody. She's gotten some messages while she's been on the ship, like a few, and going trading back and forth with somebody. But she doesn't seem to like read them or listen to them while around you guys. Okay.
I definitely give her privacy because she seemed very upset that we left her friend.
Yeah.
Previously, I just assume it has something to do with that.
Okay. Just let the next kid know. All right.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and do you want to ask her about that, Onyx?
I would actually.
Yeah, I let Jackrabbit do it.
Okay, Jackrabbit's gonna do it. All right.
Because Abby is now my Misisata since we got drunk before, and I would just notice all of the things, and I say, Abby, the thing is, you did not tell us you knew Anna. Who's going, Abby? But how do we know? And what kind of other things you hiding? And does it have to do with that tattoo you got at the belt of the OPA?
She takes a second. And she kind of assesses herself and says, I grew up with Anna. Her family, my family we spent a lot of time together.
Well, that night we get drinking and I tell you all about my things, and you don't mention that you grow up with this Asata like that.
I mean, she went off and did her own thing. She was always kind of a good girl, A student type situation. My parents would ask me, why can't you be more like Anna?
I was going, Abby, and sorry that happened to your friend.
I hadn't seen her in years, but yeah, I was just surprised she went for something like this. But then again, I'm kind of not. It makes sense. Like, it's a big It's not like a fascinating, edgy project. Do something no one else has done.
And then you were in her room and you wrecked her shit, man. You cold, Abby. You cold. I remember you turned that bed over like that. I think about that. I remember that. I remember that, Abby.
So she's not like
said with jest. It's said jokingly, like
she's not
she doesn't know how to.
You're really unclear on her emotions regarding Anna's demise. But based on what you guys do, you tell her about what you saw from Anna.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me she would do that. Like, she would always try to go the extra mile for any kind of success.
It's like competitive. Okay.
All right. You guys start approaching Tycho Station.
Awesome.
You get the comms, you get the hail down.
Heyday.
As you do, you get kind of told, like, wait a little second, and you get sent to a very specific dock. You go ahead and follow the procedures, no problem. Dock up. As you do, you open up the airlock and the umbilical. You can see the tube and stuff like that too. And when it opens up, you see Fred Johnson's there with like 3 security guards, armed security guards, waiting for you to disembark.
I'll just approach him and ask if what's he have to say about all this.
He's like, so what'd you find?
Found 1 scientist, 1 belter. That's all we got out.
Found other kind of stuff too, Fred Johnson. They do crazy shit with their brains so they can work harder. They use belters. They put them on ice. They do some weird autopsy. She doesn't understand the technical language of things, so she's just giving the gritty details of here it was this way, that way. We don't know who these people are. Maybe you know more than you say.
He's like,
Yeah, maybe we should go somewhere private to talk about this kind of stuff, because we have a lot to let you know.
As soon as you walk off into the station, you're gonna have Apostle Birch wanting to know what happened. I'd prefer to know what happened first.
All right.
He looks over at Dr. Siri and he kind of says, "Welcome back." And he sees. Do you guys show him the cryo chamber?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You show him the cryo.
Yeah.
He kind of goes. He's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "So this is your." He says, "This is your Barata?" And he says to Jackrabbit.
Yeah, this is my friend Titan. Can you help with your scientists here on the station, get him out of this frozen state? He don't like being like that. I don't like seeing like that.
He's like taken aback by this. He's like, yeah, I'll make sure Dr. Siri gets as much resources we can leverage to get your friend out. Yeah, Dr. Siri's kind of like talking to he's like just tell my guy here what you need and we'll make sure you get it. He's like, who did this?
We don't really know who it was. Whoever it was got away.
It's a lady with a bun. That's what we know. She got bun on her head. Is she old?
Show me a drawing on it.
The Vector guys we picked up, they were pretty mad about the ship being missing. They didn't stay too long. They didn't stay too much more time here on Tycho after that went down. I know the ship's owners are looking for it. So right now, the story is that it was stolen. I'm gonna have some of my guys here put a quick navigation on it. We're gonna send it out and scuttle it a little bit. Not scuttle it completely, but give it a one over, make it look like some pirates took it. And we'll leave it in a shipping lane. Let whoever the hell want to pick it up. But it can't stay here.
We better get our things out of there.
All right. You guys go and disembark the stuff. You take the cryo container off. Johnson has you guys put a tarp over it and stuff like that. He doesn't want people seeing that. Nothing personal. He just doesn't want that being shown.
Is there any way to leave a bug or something in the command area?
You would need that kind of gear to do that.
Okay.
You'd have to have that. You'd have to procure that pretty special order ahead of time. Fred's very much amicable to letting you guys grab your stuff, whatever it is, taking the stuff off the ship. His guys go on and start working a little bit here and there, checking some stuff, but it looks like they're going to set it off and just put it adrift out into a shipping lane somewhere and let it someone look for it or whatever it is, and he's basically gonna blame pirates. It looks like that's what he's gonna do.
To Myrtle, I say, look like that list of candles and things are things you don't get to use. Hey, Myrtle.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like we may be able to. I don't know. We'll just see. I think
It's gonna be for our new ship.
we need our own space. So I'll just keep my order standing by here.
And I'll also say that I've stuffed lots of food into, we're pushing that cryo thing on. There's like candy bars and things like stuffed in various crevices. I'd be like, hey, Myrtle, you got bag? You put this in bag for me.
Yeah.
Jack opens up her flight suit and shows she's just like covered in like paste.
Yeah.
Like it's just full.
Like every walking is crinkling, and I'd be like, hey, Abby,
looks like blow up suits.
your friend Anna don't need her place no more, right?
Right.
So you guys kind of hear like, Fred's like, all right, he's like Apostle Burke's gonna want to meet with you ASAP. You might want to bring Dr. Siri with you. He's like, he kind of looks over the pod and says, I'll make sure your friend here doesn't get disturbed.
Excellent.
He's like, I got a storage place I keep special projects in. All right. So
Fred, I just want to say one thing, Fred. If for some reason you decide you want to send some more people out to this asteroid, and they decide to try to find a way in that's not the main docks, it's booby trapped. The whole place is booby trapped.
Well, I mean, the whole
a lot
place
of it's
is like
old. Yeah, it's old shit.
Metal now.
But just so you know, know, if you try to go out there.
The core got turned to lava for a few seconds and cooled off pretty quick. He's like, and it sounded he's like, yeah, whoever they were doing this didn't want to be found out. They were doing something pretty nefarious, but yeah, he's like grabbing a few belters and experimenting on them. Well, that's not good. That's not good for anybody. All right.
Well, it's another reason why belters don't want to trust us.
Can't blame them. It's gonna take some time, but we can do it. All right, you guys got an appointment with Birch. I'll let him know you arrived. And he goes and sends a message out. What do you guys want to do with Dr. Siri? Do you want to take him to Birch? Do you want to take him to his wife first? Do you want to
We take him to his wife first.
Yeah, take him to his wife first.
All right, you guys.
We get this done with, and then we go to the bar.
Paid, then we go to the Bobo room.
Paid, then we can go drink. I want some calamari. I'm hungry.
I'm some.
And Fred does let you guys keep. You guys. He does let you guys keep like anything you found on the ship. Like so, you have a tool, maybe like an extra tool set, stuff like that. If you found it on the ship, like and some of the you have a lot of the food, you have plenty of food supplies, stuff like that. Wyatt, you're up a rifle for sure.
Any extra med kits or suit patches?
You grab some field kits from the sick bay there, but they're not like advanced med kits. They'll just patch someone up, get them so that basically they won't die on the floor wherever you are.
Hopefully, nobody bleeding out.
Yeah.
I grabbed that broken rifle too that I'm gonna project later.
Oh, you have okay. So you have a broken rifle. Okay. So you guys go up to the levels and you find the place where Fiona is. It's been a few weeks. It's been like, and you guys haven't been here for like 15 days. And you go. He goes up and you see Dr. Siri ring the doorbell. You see the door opens up and there's Fiona, Siri, and she's a ghost, and you can see behind her there's like tons of like all her stuff is like in boxes or being packaged up to be moved. Looks like she was getting ready to leave the station. Her husband's gone for 5 weeks essentially. She's oh my god, she hugs Mateo. They embrace, and his son says, "Oh my little daddy," and they come over and they start embracing, and big moment. She's like, "Oh my god, you found him! Oh my god, you found him! Like, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, it we don't have to leave. We can keep on doing your work here. And he when she says like you can keep on doing your work here, he kind of looks at it and he's like, I'm not so sure. I'll have to. I don't know. I'm not worried about that right now. He's like, I'm worried about being here. Yeah. She's like, oh, so good. She's like, come in. And he kind of says, he's like, look, I gotta go talk to the apostle real quick. She's like, fuck him. Like she's like, fuck him. He'll be there. That guy's a jackass.
Would she curse that much? This Mormon mom? I'm just kidding.
She will. She does. She's cursing. She's very emotional right now, like rightfully so. This is not like subtle. And she kind of like she kind of goes through it, and the Dr. Siri is like, he's like, look, I'll be back for dinner and stuff like that too. We'll have a nice time. We'll do it big time. We can have our friends over. We can go out. Whatever's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay, but I gotta go talk to the apostle real quick. Okay. All right. You guys head back over to the Mormon headquarters here on it, the little temple, and as you kind of approach in, you mention what's going on, and they let you in and such like that too. You guys are back in that office this time with Dr. Siri, and Abby's there and such. Actually, Abby's kind of like sauntered off. She says, "Why don't you guys go take care of that? I got some other business to take care of before this and such." Eventually, the apostle comes in the room, and you see this nice office and such like that too, where you guys all first met. And he goes, "Dr. Siri," and he goes to shake his hand. He's like, "I'm so glad to have you back. What happened? Like what?" He's like, "Debrief me. Tell me what happened." And he's like, "Where's Did you guys find Anna?"
She didn't make it back with us.
Didn't make it back. What happened to her?
I don't think you would have wanted her back anyway.
Ozora, the whole place.
And she went off in the head, did some things with her brain.
And he looks at Dr. What is she talking about? He describes magnetic transcranial hyperstimulation. I'm trying to be able to say that fast now. And he's like, oh my god. He's like, I thought they. Oh jeez, someone messed up here. All right, there you go. Sorry, my thing like messed up. All right. He goes like, oh my god. She went through with that, and he was like, yeah, they offered it up to all of us when we got there. I wasn't interested, but it was heavily implied that would be the way to go. And he was like, gee, he was like, oh my lord. And what happened to her? Was she dead when you guys got there, or what happened? And he's letting you guys talk about that. He's like traumatized to a degree, but he doesn't want to talk about that shit.
Yeah, she wouldn't come with us. She was brainwashed to stay with the work. We couldn't get her to leave, and then the whole asteroid went to Bozoda.
I'm thinking about this point in time. Jackrabbit remembers, like, oh, Fred Johnson told us not to say anything, and so I just sort of nudge Onyx a little bit, like. And then
there was the explosion she died in. The thing is, he doesn't understand Belcher that well, so you're actually kind of like.
Yeah, I'm just like blabbing. But Mizush, I said, let's talk about we did our part. Let's get paid. I just like skip into the subject.
And he looks at Dr. Siri, and Dr. Siri is like, yeah. He's like, Anna wasn't willing to leave, and it cost her life. And he's like, that doesn't sound like Anna.
I mean, when they don't really know exactly, where people think when they go through this procedure. It's, they think differently. They don't think about maybe what's best for them and others, but think about things in a completely different way. So who knows what decision she made? But alas, we couldn't convince her to come with us.
We tried.
He's kind of taken aback by all this. It's sort of off-putting to him, and he's like, well, Anna was one of my. He was like, she was a beloved member of the church, and an absolute devotee to the Prophet Smith.
Well, we want to be honest with you about
Anna.
Man.
Well, that I do deeply appreciate.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
She was a deep devotee, as you say, to the Prophet Smith. What does that mean exactly when it comes to pushing science, doing some things? This Prophet Smith, she doesn't know anything about what this means.
You're just saying
does Prophet Smiths mean like...
You're like reading the words on the wall while you're speaking.
Yeah, exactly. It points to the picture, the painting of the man
Blondie
that's there. Does that blonde koyo there? Does that Prophet...
you're gonna make
yeah. Okay. So he understands you being
basically
a
like
little rough
saying,
on the edges there,
and just saying like, is this what your church is about? That's what she wants to know. Is that what your church is about?
We would seek to alleviate any amount of human suffering. That's why we do not authorize our technicians to undergo such treatments.
Well, she did. So you're a devout follower, and at this, like, Jackrabbit's like, yeah, Onyx, you were about me get paid, and I wait outside. She's just mad now.
I say, yeah, Apostle Birch, boss man, I one out of 2. That's pretty good. I'm like, we saved 1 scientist out of 2, not bad, Like, let's not dwell on Dr. Anna.
He's like, we can compensate you for that but not to the degree we initially agreed to.
Well, and I'll put my hand out on him.
Okay.
And just like, we understand how difficult this is for you. And when I'm saying we, I mean me. It's just like, we understand how difficult this is, and we don't want to be a further burden on you. But, we do have needs, and we were brought together. So, we don't want to continue to be those Earthers who are not taking care of the Belters. So, if you can do anything for my friends, that would be great. And then we can have some further discussions. But I feel your pain, my friend.
You feel like a what?
I feel your pain, my friend.
He's like, yes, we've lost a great mind and a great devotee to the Prophet Smith, but hopefully she will be in a better place now. Yes, your payment. And he takes a second, and you can see like on his terminal, he's like pulled up all your guys' like accounts you guys gave him initially. Although he seems to have trouble pulling up Onyx's account repeatedly, like he's like, and you kind of fix it a little bit.
Oh yeah, you wanted me to do that?
He sends over credits to everybody respectively. All your guys' income goes up by 1.
She, taki.
Alright. So he says, well, very well, Dr. Siri, please, by all means, let me make sure, and he goes, he's like, let me make sure your residence is reinstated along with your son's lessons. And he's like going through like re-enabling shit, like and everything. He's like, your access will be re-granted. Might you be able to get back to work 3 days? In 3 days sound good? And Dr. Siri says, let me talk to my wife about it. I don't know if we're gonna stay. And the apostle says, I understand. Based on the circumstances, I understand. And I think it might be best that I not know what exactly transpired, but I will personally let Anna's family know that she was involved in an accident in her research.
And we're happy to back that up, that she did have an accident in her research, and we did our best.
For a price.
For a price.
Like,
oh, sorry.
Ixnay. Wait, y'all don't know what that means.
So, all right. So yeah, you guys get paid, and you guys leave. Walk on out. Dr. Siri walks on out, and he says, he goes to shake your hands. He says, I thank you so much for your help. I'm gonna go back to my wife and stuff like that. Why don't you guys come on over? We'll have dinner tonight, or we can go out or something like that. Maybe we can meet wherever you want to do. But yeah, I thank you for letting me have this back. Like have my life back. I wasn't sure what would happen.
Well, don't worry about us right now. Why don't you go ahead and meet with your family, and then maybe you can meet us a little later.
Sure, we'll be
and
at
then
the bar.
we can share a drink together, or a couple, and I'm good. It's good to see you, my friend, and I hope that everything goes better for you.
Yeah. Do you let him go in for a hug, Myrtle?
Yeah.
He goes in for a hug. He says, "I appreciate it." He's been trying to be strong the whole time, and he's crying a little bit now. He's a little, it's definitely been a rough few weeks for him.
So
he goes in and he's all right.
as we do that, and he's like really just wants to cut loose. I'm gonna grab some of the little candies and stuff that we stole and put it in his hands as like, here, this is for the family. So I give him a little sweet treat. This will help.
To Onyx, Jackrabbit's like, but
I go,
I
I'm
don't
happy.
need that. He don't need
cry.
that. Yeah.
Happy. I'm happy.
It's just a handful. It's just a handful, y'all.
Okay.
It's okay. I still got more. My whole bag.
Okay.
It's very touching.
It is very touching. All right, so you guys kind of leave with him, and Abby rolls up, kind of trying to keep a low profile around the Mormon temple. It seems like you guys are kind of suspecting she has some sort of connection to the Mormons somehow. You're not really sure what it is, but she seems to like know people there. And she says, well, while you guys, she says, I think I found if you guys are interested, I found another job. If you're interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get paid? Could you check?
Yeah, she got
paid.
paid. Yeah.
Got paid, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Checking mine.
Yeah.
I want to check mine, make sure it's in there. You make sure I got.
Jackrabbit's still there.
Just making sure.
Let me check. It's still there. It's still there.
Okay.
Same as mine.
But Myrtle, you still buy a beer tonight, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
First round on me.
So you guys, the payday wasn't as high as you guys hoped, but it was solid. It was respectable. She goes, well, while you guys were down in the station and stuff like that, and while we're on Hex, I was well, why don't I let her talk to you? And she like swipes you over some like materials, and you've heard her talk about her girlfriend Claire O'Rourke. But like you hadn't seen a picture of her, and she shows you a picture of her, and she says, Claire's on the station and says she's got a gig for us. They're looking for some people to help them with a deal. And I told her my crew seemed to be pretty good in a fight, or decent in a fight, or at least a little bit threatening or smart about stuff. So I thought we'd you guys would want to meet her and see about this next step.
Well, I'm not necessarily about all this fighting. I've kind of left my fighting, but making deals, I'm all about making deals.
She says, Abby says, why don't you hear her out about what this is exactly? And I think based on your, is your wife on Ceres?
Yeah.
She says you would have your wife's business on Ceres would have a very distinct interest in the prospects that Claire has to offer.
Oh, well then I definitely.
She makes it kind of heavy-handed. Right.
Hey y'all, why we talk about this is much better with a beer, yeah? Abby, next time you wait till we get to the bar. You wait till we get to the bar before you start talking about next business. We have to celebrate before we can move forward. That's life. That's life. My friend Titan alive. Your friend Myrtle alive. Your friend. We drink to the friend that's gone. We drink to Anna. That happens before the next.
Interestingly enough, the place that she's telling you where to meet Claire, and it's in about an hour, is actually at a bar.
Oh.
It is a distinctly like bars like have like associations with different cultures or different like peoples and demographics and such like that. This is an OPA bar.
Shit.
Like pretty, like if you went in there flashing your colors, you might drink for half price. Type thing.
Oh, you gotta be careful in this place.
And they don't get too rowdy in there. It's kind of like Johnson lets them kind of run this bar, just to like let off steam and shit. He's not trying to crack on it because like he knows like if they don't let the steam off there, they're gonna let the steam off other places of the station. But it's a rough and tumble place. And let me get you. I'll get you guys a name here. It is called.
We are a rough and tumble crew.
It's called the Row.
The Row?
The Row. ROW. Yeah.
Okay, everybody. So, I'm down. I know we're probably gonna, some of our faces, looking at Wyatt, we're gonna stand out a little bit. But as long as we are sensible about it, if you need to do a little greasing in conversations, I would be willing to help that out to make sure that we have no trouble. For some of us who don't look like we would belong in Belcher Bar.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut unless I'm
trying to being that, like, if like somebody wants to, like bring shit, I'd rather just like, hey, let's buy you a couple drinks. It
is under jurisdiction of like Tycho security, so like they're not gonna like kill you or something like that. Like maybe you're on Sirius, it's a little bit rougher place, but it's kind of lightweight,
Yeah, that's what I'm used to on Sirius.
But
so
it's definitely a place where a lot of known OPA people, like at least sympathizers, will say, have hung out and such like that too.
So if we need to buy somebody a drink, I'm okay.
I was gonna say the best part of a bar is a belt to be in. They're gonna have it there.
Just buy it around for everybody, and nobody will pay attention to anything we're doing.
We'll see how many people are actually in the bar before I buy a round for the whole bar. I don't know if we want that much attention paid to us.
All right. So you guys take your time, take a second, kind of clean up, get a chance to take a shower, clean up and all that crap, feel a bit better. You cut over to the Row, and you guys have seen it. It's got like a light out front and all that stuff like that too. It's a little more run down, but it's definitely like like a lot of people who are dock workers. You're not seeing a lot of people that look like they work on the Nauvoo here. They might be a little higher class. They got some more money now, but and you got the picture of Claire. Claire is I'd say she's got kind of an olive complexion. With like a side of her head shaved, very common, like that undershave type situation that a lot of belters have, with red dreadlocks coming off the back of it. She doesn't have based on the description, like she doesn't actually have any OPA tattoos. But she seems, but based on what you know, kind of Abby, like she's a sympathizer for sure. Belter. She is a belter though. So you guys come on in. Place kind of rowdy. People kind of look at you as you walk on in. The music's playing and stuff like that too. They're playing Deep Purple. Belters love Deep Purple.
Put on from Judas Priest. Just kidding.
I want to hear a Belter version of Painkiller, dude. They probably sound the same, honestly. Probably a little higher pitched, but
nice.
But you guys go on in, and the atmosphere, people kind of chilling out, whatever it is, and you see this one woman sitting at a table on the wall with the dreadlocks. You're dead on sure this is Claire. Abby's not with you, but that is definitely Claire. What do you guys? And as you guys kind of walk in, she kind of looks up at you guys all, and she's like, just going in.
Go that way.
Yeah.
All right.
You must be Claire. Meet Jackrabbit, and I just kind of introduce everyone around. Whenever there's a belter around, she'll talk first. When it's Apostle, no. So yeah, you'll notice her in her little element here.
Yeah. So she's welcoming and have them bowl over some drinks and stuff like that too. They come over, bring some shots for everybody. She's like, she throws it out there and goes, "Oh, Bella," and everybody, like they throw that out, and like everyone kind of drinks stuff like that too. And do you guys drink? Okay, you guys say it the best you can, right?
Yep.
She is like, I'm gonna try my best belter here because I'm kind of rough at it. Mia Mita Zing, to her girl. Mia Mita Zing say, you handle yourselves well, you smart. You know how to wrangle some deals? Is that fair?
Yeah, I'd say that was fair.
But in not even for an inner. There's two, okay? Yeah, Myrtle, you good at the deals.
There are Kopangs, yeah.
Well, you see, I got me and my crew of our little ship, the Princess Sela. So to spell it, it's Princess and then Sela, S-E-L-A.
Okay.
We doing a favor for Big Boss Man and Job, but we need a few more people there to show bigger front to these Koyos. They got big ideas and big thoughts, but not good ones, you know.
Oh yeah.
So
of course.
we wondering if you come along, watch our backs while we out there, help make sure no one kind of screw us, watch the deal go over, maybe negotiate a little bit.
Sounds about like the skills of our combined efforts here.
You got weapons for
Weapons?
Lotus? Yeah, more weapons.
Abby say you guys all best shot. I see you packing right now. She points to your guys' guns. Like, you guys have the guns. You guys don't have fucking houses here to put your shit in.
Yeah, but we don't have any.
Where you put your weapon up your ass, like you.
I point at Myrtle's taser.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and freaking Wyatt strapped the rifle.
Yeah. Okay.
She only got taser.
That, so you're cool.
Them tasers don't do much when you're up against a rifle. My friend Onyx here, we find that out. See, Myrtle, I look out for you too. You see?
Yeah, I can see where you got a patch in your shoulder, your leg there, friend. That looked like hurt. Well, that's good. That good you survivor. We built to survive us, right?
Oh yes, we survivors. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I got orders from up above. Big Boss Bang. He wanted me to go out to some rock out off of Saturn, and trade a little, make quite a bit of script, trade a little bit of cargo. We'd be done. But this place, they LPA too, but they're a little too rowdy.
Oh. Yeah, I mean that won't help the cause for sure.
Nah. You know about Voltaire Collective, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Voltaire Collective's they're too violent. They're too crazy. They want bomb everything and blow everything up. You know, even at Naros not that crazy. So, you know, but we gotta go deal with them. And orders come down. We can't say no, so we gotta go do it. So, for those that don't know, real quick, I'll have the Belters. You guys can make an intelligence current affairs check. Actually, everybody can make a current intelligence current affairs check. The Belters get +2 to it, though. I'm telling you guys, I swear to God, here, those at home, if you play Expanse RPG, current affairs is the best skill in the game. Knowing what the fuck is going on helps so much.
11. I got an 11.
I got a 16.
16?
Oh!
I got a 17.
What did you get, Myrtle?
What? Oh, me? I got a 12.
12, and what did you get?
17.
Wyatt?
17. Okay.
17?
So
Wyatt.
you've heard of you know the Voltaire Collective from your time on Palace Station. They came through once in a while, and like you've had run-ins with Voltaire Collective, and then Jackrabbit. You know from your kind of like hippie commune thing. You've heard of Voltaire. You've had a few of your friends go off to join Voltaire Collective. Voltaire Collective is a extremist group that is like openly violent. They basically, when people think of like the stereotypical like belter like terrorist, they're thinking of Voltaire Collective. Where most are not that egregious or open, or basically just jackasses about stuff like that. These guys are, you know that like Johnson, if you're a known Voltaire Collective member, you will not be allowed on Tycho Station. You're too dangerous.
I rolled a 6 on my drama die too, just so you know.
Oh, you got a 6 on that? Okay, cool. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. We'll go to churn 30 then.
No.
It doesn't happen immediately. It'll happen. Maybe it happened already.
Okay.
I'm quite happy when we meet up with this Voltaire Collective.
So I think like here in the Voltaire Collective, then Jackrabbit would say to Claire and say, you and I don't know each other, but I know Abby. She my Sasata, so I trust her. But you messing with the Voltaire Collective. You done this before? Cause I don't want to die. You know, I don't want to go. I had some friends that joined. And they mean business.
Look, Voltaire Collective, they're crazy, but they're not that crazy. They're not gonna go against who I represent. You know what I'm saying?
But you worked with them before, or is this brand new?
Oh, this is brand new. This deal we only give to them.
I just like shoot a look to my friends, like this could be trouble. Y'all okay with trouble? But do I get to fly? That's what I want to know. Who fly your ship?
No, Princess Stella, we got a pilot. We got our guy. Don't meet him.
Which you don't have a jackrabbit.
Yeah.
I mean, not the same, but okay. Just that makes it better for me.
Yeah, we're like, yeah.
Yeah, the kind of goes, well, look, I may have already, Abby may have already given me your names, and I forward them to my boss, and you don't disappoint him. And it looked better to have some innards out there,
He wants to know who your boss anyway.
Who's your boss, mine?
Yeah. She goes, I work for him, man, the one and only, Mr. Dawes.
Mr. Dawes.
Oh.
So yeah, she drops Anderson Dawes' name.
Yeah.
So Myrtle, this is Anderson Dawes is a guy that, like, if you want to have a successful business on Sirius Station, you have to go through Anderson Dawes somehow.
Yep.
He's not the governor,
Yep.
but he might as fucking well be.
Right.
She drops Anderson Dawes' name, and you're inclined to believe her.
Yeah.
And she kind of like pulls up some. She kind of shoots over some numbers for your guys' terminals. This job pays well more than the Mormons were even beginning to pay.
Well,
Right.
I am.
I'm looking at like Wyatt's to make sure it's the same number as mine. Oh, okay, I guess that's right. Okay.
Mine usually says 0, so
yeah,
this is better.
Yeah, we don't mess with them none. Like I said, we bring in good people. We bring in smart people. Mr. Dawes know what's up. But yeah, he got your name. He know your names now. That's good.
But this, yeah.
You come to Sirius Station, he welcomed you as Baratas. Not this suspicious, paranoid asshole Fred Johnson. He true belter.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah. Well,
okay.
he definitely, if he's looking for all of our skills, then that makes a lot of sense because we all have a lot of different skills. I mean, maybe not a pilot, which is wrong, but we've got a lot of other skills that could really help out the situation.
Yeah.
Especially if we're talking about trading and bargaining here,
What's that?
Especially with trading and bargaining and making a deal, is that, we're not just going to go in. This isn't like a murder kind of thing. We're not going out there to murder anybody. We're just trying to be supportive.
We're not in the murdering business. Voltaire Collective, though, they be in the murdering business. And that's the problem. And we don't want them trying to double-cross Mr. Dawes or none of that.
Right.
So we come in with a few people, we show that we allied, we bring off Baratas from the Inads, and we go there strong.
We'll be in the escort business.
Yep.
There you go. You go.
I like this job. Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be more good living for me. I like it.
I mean, it's always good to have a good relationship with Mr. Dawes.
Yeah, but me texting. She said you good. And I trust her. She's my how you say my girl. She knows what's up. And she says she trusts you, and she tell me about this little run you guys go on out to middle of the belt. That sound rough and tumble. You put on vac suit, and you go through mines, and you get bombed out. Oh, that's pirate tricks on you then. She kind of laughs. If anyone that can survive a pirate manshaft and get through one. You good built. I'd use you on my crew. Maybe you leave this one and join me up. Come and sail the sail the area with the belt with the Princess Sella.
This appeals to me.
See. Yeah, we see. We see.
Yeah,
With more belters?
I'd be down for checking this out. You know, my wife has said really great things. You know, about Mr. Dawes.
This is our chance.
I'd be worried one day if my spouse came home and started talking great about Anderson Dawes.
This is our chance, Myrtle, that we get to hang out with Belta crew, Belta ship, do Belta things.
Yeah, you going to a Belta ship. None of the fancy stuff. Yeah, we have a fun ship, Princess Sella. Yeah, you like it? It's a good ship.
Well, it sounds more fun than U.S. Navy ship. UN Navy, not fun ships at all.
Yeah, and it's they bring you down, not just the gravity, but also the fun, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll indicate another round.
Okay, so you go up and you just paper it around, and people, oh, sure, you're about to load it. Everyone throws it up and everything like that. It's a good time. She says, we go to ship off here in a few days. We get the ship refueled and out like that, and then we head out. We go out to our location on Saturn, off of Saturn, a small station. How are inner friends? How you guys deal with no gravity?
Find out.
I'm all right. All right.
Just do me a favor. Don't puke in front of the Voltaire Collective. It look bad. But yeah,
I think we're okay. We've done some maneuvers here, you know, in our careers. I think that Wyatt and I will be fine.
Yeah, we don't have the station we go to, I have no spin gravity. I have it's too small to even have gravity. I think what would it be? Be 0.02 G's. Hello. So you get your free fall if you want to get around. Use those mighty Eartha muscles to bounce you off the walls.
Don't worry, we show you. Onyx and I, we teach you what.
I like it.
This want
to know the thing to know?
Bring
There is
candles. She's gonna make candles.
You go spend your
There's
script.
no up, no down. That's the thing to know.
You go spend your moment script. You go get your gear cut up. We don't provide no gear. You bring your own. But based on what I'm seeing, kind of look over Wyatt's rifle, you guys are well armed. You'll be a good force to have with us on the show, the Voltaire Collective. They respond to violence, but they're not interested in violence against the Belters, just the innards. So we tell them, we tell them you defectors or something like that. We got to make some lie about it, but you'll be fine. We make sure. My crew, I got a half a dozen of the toughest Belters you ever meet. Quick draws. They fast. They be faster than these Voltaire boys.
Good.
All right. And if you guys are curious, based on the pay, it's like it would be a +3 increase to your income based on how much this. I mean, it's a fucking lot of money.
Yeah. Let's go.
Like Earther's grip type cast for doing one job. And she goes, all right, well, here's where the Princess Sella be docked. You show up at this time. And then we leave, and we go have a good time. But Abby be on board then. She doing some research for me beforehand. Make sure we try to make sure Fred Johnson don't do nothing he ain't supposed to be doing.
How far is it from here to the station?
She says it's about a week trip again. She says we be on the fly for about a week. We follow in Saturn out beyond the belt, so but it'd be about a week or so travel direct out. Yeah, but because that's why we do that day to make sure the orbit of Saturn lines up best with Tycho. It'll be a shorter trip than usual.
For the flavor of this, like the mention of like Anderson Dawes, you would see like Jackrabbit like kind of roll her eyes, and whenever Claire was not there, not paying attention, she'd be like, Fred Johnson, Anderson died, don't matter. You never trust none of these people who want so much power. Like you just get a feeling like if it weren't for this money, I don't know. I gotta talk to Abby about this. I told her not to trust no Belta Sesata. I don't trust this one.
Yeah,
listen,
Abby's got some secrets for sure, but I feel like we're going in this one very cautious. Okay.
Yeah, and she said we actually going to make it a fast trip. It could be a 1G bun the whole way, not this 0.3G garbage. So, but we belted, we hold up to it.
All right.
I feel like if Lauren were here, I would be like, and now I want to track down Abby, but we'll do that next time, maybe.
We should definitely get some gear, get some padding, so next time I get shot, I don't bleed everywhere.
Maybe just don't run in there like that next time, Onyx. Remember you said keep it quiet, keep to the.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be no hero this time. I thought we were good as dead that time.
Yeah, you let Big Pampa do that with his Big Pampa gun.
Yep.
Big Papa had that tiny scientist on him. I thought I had to give Papa some help. Yeah.
Hey, that's right.
Yeah,
you guys are killers now. Jackrabbit capped a dude point blank. That was cold blooded.
Yeah, not cold blooded. That guy had nothing in his head.
I want to mention stat wise, those guys only had like 5 fortune. Like you annihilated that guy. It was pretty bad. Like, sorry to be grizzly, but when you're shooting someone point blank like that, it's gonna be gruesome. But it's a good scene. All right, so she puts her drink up, says, "All right, I see you in 2 days." And she goes and walks out.
Yes. Oh yeah, dang. Okay.
So I guess we should probably find a place where we can crash for 2 days.
Yeah, you guys got cash. I mean, you guys can find, there's like hotels and stuff like that to stay here. Whatever, however you guys want to do it. What we'll do is we'll do that in our private chat after the session tonight. You guys can tell me what you guys want to do for the 2 days, like carousing or whatever it may be. If you're trying to like get some connections or maintain or stuff like that, do some communications, checking on people, all that. You guys go have dinner with Dr. Siri. It's nice. It's a very friendly time. His wife's super appreciative. He doesn't seem to want to talk about what happened to him and what was going on there and what he saw, but he definitely seems like he's still kind of debating if he wants to go back and work for the Mormons or not. But that's kind of his fate now. He does have money from working for them, so he's not like at loss for it. He can certainly go back to Luna if he wanted to, and the light too. So this may not be the light for him. But yeah, we'll end there for the night. So we're gonna end. So you guys accomplished the adventure. We played through that. That went great. We're setting up for the next one now. We have a connection to it. It'll be really good for the follow-up here and everything. Everybody, if you want to enter the contest, please type in, you still have a few more minutes here, type in !escape, and you will be entered to win one of 2 GM bundles. I will make sure, once I pull winners, I will make sure to, what the hell is it? What's the word I want to use here? I want to use a real word. Contact you after it, but I'll give that a second. Thank you everybody for watching. I also want to make sure you guys know about our Patreon. On the Patreon, you can get, within 24 hours, we'll have the audio cast of this, so if you want to listen to it on, download it, listen to it, or just listen to the audio, but you can do that, and we'll have an edited version up shortly after that. We also have bonus episodes, so if you want to know about how Jackrabbit's backstory and how Jackrabbit get from Eros to Tycho Station, we have that. We have Wyatt down here, how Wyatt got from Palace Station to Tycho Station, like, what about his background security and stuff like that too. It's an easy way to support us too. You can do subscriptions here, which is a great way to support us, but the Patreon, you will get more content, a lot more. It's super cool. We're even.
You want to tell them about the guests?
What's that?
John?
Oh, the guests! I have a guest to announce. Oh my god! So we are bringing in Donna and mine's good friend. It is, I don't want to call him Kirk because that's what he goes by on Twitter and everything, but it's Ross Thompson from the It's Op Games, is it? I always forget the name of this company. It's called the Op, isn't it? Yeah, the Op Games, yeah. And he's a super cool dude. He does their marketing management. He's around. Here's a link to his Twitter, but he'll be joining us next session. I'm looking forward to that a lot. We got some other guests coming up, which we're not going to announce until we get closer to their sessions. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out and stuff like that too tonight. Let me go ahead and pull the names for the thing. I'm going to go ahead and close the entries. I'll give you guys a few more seconds here. You guys know 30 seconds. But please go ahead and follow us on social media as well. You can find us anywhere at Abraxas Precipice. I have it because I couldn't get all the letters in there. Let me go ahead and give the, if you want to follow us anywhere, you can find us here. And we're going to be back with more episodes. We currently, I'll have to announce this, we have episodes planned out through August. So we're going with a long haul, guys. This is a campaign. This isn't like a few one-shot. We want you guys to fall in love with the characters. We want you to like them. And if you like the characters on the show and you want to know more, hit the Patreon. I kid you not. The episodes, I think, the episode I did with you, Sam, I think that was like an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, maybe even a little shorter, but it was super fun. It's also like if you watch The Expanse and you're interested in like the slingshot racing part of things, it was really fun.
Yeah, and then Wyatt, and then the one I did with Scott here, that was a little bit over an hour, just over an hour, I think hour 15, something like that, hour 10. And that was kind of interesting too. Do you want to say anything about that? No spoilers, but
it was fun. It really gives you an insight into why Wyatt is the way he is.
All right, and I will say this too: the churn is reset to 0. A 30 event did happen, but it happens off screen, so you guys don't know what's going to go wrong or right,
right.
And the like.
Perfect.
So,
right when we go on this, this trip. Perfect.
Told you I don't trust that. Told you I don't trust that Sasata, you know.
This should be pretty good. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and pull a winner for our giveaway. Let me go ahead and close the entries. And I got 2 of them to pick here. So winner number 1 is Hunter Dragoon X. Thank you. I will contact you with your information. And our second winner is Artie Miskami.
Nice.
Artie Miskami. So thank you two for entering. I will be sure to contact you two on Twitch here. And I'll get your information, and I can go ahead and set you guys up with the ways to redeem these codes and such. Okay, so I'll do that after the stream. Yeah, it's good stuff, guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. We will be back. We're actually taking next week off, everyone, but we will be back on with a new episode of Abraxas Precipice on, what is that? That's plus 14, the 23rd. Yeah, 23rd. So June 23rd, we'll be back 6 p.m. And then after that, we're going pretty strong up through August, okay? All right, thank you so much, guys. I have an incoming type beam. Hold on. And it's saying I have to take this call real quick. It's an emergency from some correctional facility. All right, let me go see this, guys, and we'll check you guys next time. All right, thank you so much. Later.
Hello, Jules Pierre Mao here. Sending this confidential type beam to you, Donna, Michael, Lauren, Sam, Scott, and John. Now, I understand that you are all about to start playing Abraxas Precipice, so I wanted to send you this message to congratulate you and to wish you all the best of luck. Now, I wish I could join you, but as you can see, I am stuck here in my cell in this secret UN penitentiary, one reserved for inmates such as myself, I suppose. But I will be there with you in spirit. So again, congratulations and all the best of luck to all of you. I know that you'll be enjoying the game. Mao out.